Hello.
Well, we're down a member today. Calvin's taking an extended night nap.
Oh,
Or he's
well
But
secretly
deserved.
playing Guild Wars
Guild
2.
Wars
So we
2.
just don't know how to.
It's a 50-50. It's one or the
Yeah.
other.
I double
But
checked. I
welcome.
couldn't see.
Yeah. Welcome
Yeah.
back to episode. Colton, I'm gonna make you guess what episode number is this.
34?
Oh, you nailed it! Wow,
Yeah.
first time guessing. First
Wow.
correct.
Good
Wow,
job.
look at you go.
I actually had no idea. That was such a lucky
That was
guess.
it. That was it. 34.
Uh,
Look how far we've come.
Yeah, yeah. Lots of stuff to talk about today.
yeah. Who wants to go
Some,
first? Khari, since you're so excited, let's hear it. Hear it from
well,
you.
I kind of figured we probably have similar things. Just a lot of VR talk going along today.
Yeah.
Because the Apple Vision just released recently, past
Yeah.
couple days.
Yeah.
So all the reviews are dropping. It looks like something.
Looks cool.
Is that
So how is it different compared to the Quest ones? Because I've the only ones I've ever tried were the Quests, and they were good. But I want to hear it from you.
I don't have experience with it. I think for the record, none of us have one.
Oh, I thought you bought one recently.
No,
Oh,
I have a Quest.
Oh.
I bought a Quest.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The Quest 3, right?
Yeah, but I don't have a Vision.
Oh, yeah. That's what I meant. Yeah, the Quest 3.
Okay,
how,
okay.
How are you enjoying it?
I think it's cool. I just set it up today
Yeah.
during work. It's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
high resolution. That's the cool part for me. I'm not like it. I see what Calvin was mentioning in chat earlier about the FOV.
Yeah.
I feel like I can live without that. It would be nice,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
Wait,
it's pretty
FOV,
cool.
like you're talking about, like just
Like how how far your peripheral vision goes,
Right,
because
right.
you still have like the dark. You can still tell
Oh,
you're
yeah.
looking through something.
yeah.
Right.
Like it would be cool at one point when you get to the point where it's like as far as you can
Yeah,
see.
there's no perimeter, or there's no darkness around. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sort of like a
but it's still pretty wide and pretty
raccoon
cool. I think
eyes
especially
going
for
on.
the price. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think especially for the price, it's I think it's worth it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
actually want all of y'all to get it so we can mess around in Horizon or something. Have a
Yeah, that'd be
Facebook
fun.
Horizon. I'm sorry, Meta Horizons meeting podcast exclusive there
There we
sometime.
go.
Yeah,
If they'll sponsor us, send us some.
Yeah.
Then we'll do it. We'll do our podcast
Exactly.
exclusively.
Yeah, heard it here
Whatever
first, guys.
Khari just said.
yeah. By the way, I didn't buy one yet, so you can send one to me. Yeah. But
We'll give our honest review once we get to them.
true.
Or paid for you.
What
But
was
yeah, it's
the
pretty
apps
cool.
or some sort of features that you really enjoyed?
I literally haven't touched it very much
Okay.
outside of
There's
It's sitting-
one program I would highly recommend to anyone. It's
Which
this
one?
well, I don't know program. But it's more so just like an overall experience that people should try. It's this it's a little pricey, but it's well worth it. It's this fractal experience.
fractal
Let
experience.
me find it. It's fractal experience VR. I think it's like remembrance, fractal experience.
Emergence?
Emergence. I think that may be it. And it is phenomenal. At least just like it's the spectacle of it all, where you're basically just sitting down and you're transported to
Oh.
fractal
This
deep
is-
worlds.
This is some kind
Where-
of trip.
It's a definite trip. May not be for everyone because it is a little. I wouldn't say frightening, but it's definitely an experience for sure. You definitely feel like you're there. Obviously, the whole
I
VR
don't know.
experience.
This
But,
is not
Oh,
like
wow.
that.
It's neat, and then it's just like beautiful, serene, ethereal music playing in the background. But overall, it's just a cool experience.
Oh, is this the crowd sim kind of thing?
Crowd sim, kind of like a Mandelbulb 3D simulation kind of visual
Cool.
experience, probably. But I think it was just a neat thing to watch. People are out there and want some.
Some
Okay.
trippy things.
Yeah,
You said it was pricey. Is it just like
it was like $40 or something. But
oh, it's like $40? Oh,
yeah, it's like
The version I probably pulled up was probably not it, Colton, because it was just a 5-minute YouTube video.
okay. Then
For
it
free.
may be whatever their full.
I mean, this one didn't look amazing. Like, it looked kind of cool.
All I see is a crowd sim. That's the one I find.
Oh, recombination. There it is. Sorry, recombination. VR.
Recombination.
This.
Oh,
Nation VR. It's
okay, yeah. This is
yeah, it's
this is
it's something
different.
Okay.
trippy. This is
That
like
Okay, yeah. Now
yeah,
we're
that's a bit
talking.
more trippy.
yeah, it reminds me very much of
Oh,
like Control, like the game. You can go into some wacky
True, true.
visuals and stuff. It's super. Basically, like when Doctor Strange is going on his acid trip
Yeah.
with
Oh
the
wow, that'd be
The
with
mirror
Tilda Swinton.
dimension.
This is basically that experience.
right.
Like you're seeing your third eye. But yeah, it was super neat.
Wow. So can you
It's
do
pretty
Kari?
cool.
Like, can you do like the what's it called? Like the AR like workspace thing? I guess.
I can, yeah. I
Yeah.
can even like virtualize my desktop. I haven't tried it yet, but
Mm.
I've seen other
Right, because you
people.
can use it with your PC and do that too, right? Not just
Yeah,
the standalone. Is the like the
that's pretty cool.
standalone like OS like is it like it's special OS or is it like just like a PC in the headset?
It's a special OS. It's like
Gotcha.
a, but it's pretty. I mean, it has a lot of options,
Hmm.
and I'm guessing by just virtualizing my desktop, that's all I really need is the screens.
Yeah.
Um, so you know, I can make it whatever I want then at that point.
Yep.
But yeah, it's pretty neat. I mean,
What do
obviously, I
you?
guess I should have played with it more, but
Oh,
planning to
cool.
get super hot on it, and
Mm. Beat
because I played
Saber.
that before, Beat Saber,
Very
and
nice.
something new. Um,
What was that one you
I
wanted to
know.
check out? VR chat or something?
No, never. I refuse to ever use that.
Hmm.
But I'll try Horizons. I'll give Meta a chance. See what it's all about.
All
Because
right.
I am kind of curious now that I have it. So you guys need to get one too. So we'll all do it. We'll all do it.
Yeah, the only VR I've ever done was the PSVR, the first one when it
Mm-hmm.
first came out, which is
Do you
cool.
think you'll Do you think you'll get the PSVR too?
Probably not, because there's not a whole
A lot of games.
a lot that
Hmm.
new stuff that I would play that's like only on it. Like I could probably still play a lot of the PlayStation VR games that have come out on my old headset. So
Right.
not that I've even used that in years. I guess at my parents.
Did you
Fair
play
enough.
that mouse game?
No, I never did, but I heard it was
Mouse.
like Moss. It wasn't it called
Yeah,
Moss?
Moss. Yeah, super
Yeah,
cute.
I
It's kind
heard it
of
was
like a
really good.
yeah.
There was a bunch of stuff after I kind of fell off playing it, where like I kind of played like the release
Mhm.
Windows stuff, and then I was like, oh, that's cool,
Yeah.
and then I never went back to it. And kind of more stuff
Oh, I
came out,
remember
but
this.
Yeah. For those who
yeah,
haven't played it before, Moss is just like this really cute mouse character who kind of goes in this fantastical journey, and you kind of have to do a puzzle solving uh, level. It's puzzle solving level design where you have to help your little mouse guy travel through the world, and you kind of interact with him. He like waves at you, and you wave back. It's really cute. So
yeah, I've heard really good things about it.
yeah,
I think you can probably get it on Oculus too, Kari. Oh yeah, I'm looking at
Yeah.
Oculus Quest trailer. There you
There we go.
Hello?
go.
Speaking of
Oh
mice,
speaking of little
my!
mice, little
speaking of
rats coming
rodents,
crawling
Just
back.
when you thought you avoided Calvin's VR opinions, he comes out
yeah,
of
there you go.
the night. Welcome,
I don't
Mister
know. I don't know
Mister
what you're
Calvin.
talking about.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
How you doing there, buddy?
Good.
It's
That was
good.
one of those things where, like, I was like, "Oh, I'll be fine," and then I fell asleep in my living room with my cat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
After we were waiting for you, we're like, oh, like last time he like napped, but then he had his alarm right for the podcast, and then like 5 minutes later, I was like, his phone's broken. I was like, does he have an alarm? I was like, is he free napping?
Free nap.
I like that term too.
It's a good
He's out of control. Oh my god, the wild man.
Welcome.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, welcome. We were just talking about VR, so
Yeah, Kari
hit
got
us with
his
your hot takes.
MetaQuest 3 all
Yeah,
set up.
it's pretty fun.
Yeah, I've heard good stuff about the quests and things. I'm surprised that people like it so much. I guess it's just because I don't know, what are the specs of the MetaQuest? Like, does it compete with the Valve Index at all, or is it just the price is not, $1,500?
I think it's also mainly because it's a tiny inside-out tracking, no computer
Oh,
needed.
right, it's inside out.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
It's just like you don't need a computer to play a lot of the cool games. Obviously, the
It's
high
got
intense ones again, but
higher resolution for eye than X.
I don't think it has higher frame rate, is it?
Let's see, refresh rate. No. Almost. It has 90 hertz and then 120 hertz experimental, and then the index has
Okay,
80,
what I will
90,
say about
20, and 144.
What I will
So they're
say about
close.
the index is I've never heard the 144 not work.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like everyone wants 144. But yeah, interesting. Yeah, I mean, like I have an index and it's great.
But
The FOV is a problem. Like I said this in chat earlier. I don't know what the FOV of the index is. I mean, it's kind of hard to measure because it's based on the distance to your actual eyeball from the screens and the lenses. Like that matters. Like the shape of your face matters. So there's never going to be like a hard measurement. I mean, there could be a hard measurement, but it's always going to be like kind of subjective. Um, but that matters like a huge amount. And apparently, it's worse than like the last Quest. Like the FOV is below 110, which is pretty surprising because I'm pretty sure that index is like easily over like 120. So I don't know. It seems
yeah.
like the biggest problem from using them, it's
Index
not fixing. Yeah.
index has
Go ahead.
130 degrees compared
Oh
to
my god.
110, which is the MetaQuest.
Okay. Yeah, that's bad. That's very bad. It's just disappointing from Apple to not see. I'm like we're so used to.
Meta.
I mean, maybe this is just.
What is the
I was talking specifically. I think the meta thing's great. The fact that like I know the price point's way less than inside out tracking is dope. You know. I was talking about the Apple headset
Oh,
specifically.
I
Like in
don't know.
comparison,
Let's see.
is dog shit. You know, it's pretty disappointing. Like the fact that it's not double the res, double the frame rate. Yeah, like I'm so used to Apple coming out.
16
I was saying
times
that
the
the
there's a
detail.
Quest.
I was talking about the MetaQuest one that whole time. Sorry.
I don't think I think MetaQuest is probably great. It's probably comparable to the Valve Index. I would still get an Index for gaming, but I think that's like
Get the new one.
that's
Can't
like
wait for the
you're
new one.
spending more money. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like yeah, okay, but I think it's like 600. How much is the
The Quest is like $500.
Wait, the
Oh
Vision
my
Pro has
god!
a
Okay.
higher resolution than both of those.
It doesn't. Okay, so
370?
Meta's 3 is okay. The MetaQuest 3 is like a third of what the Index costs, so of course it's better. But I mean, I would still, if you're still playing games, I would still get the Index. Like it's not really a contest. Like a lot of the part of the Index that makes the Index good is the controllers. Like that's what makes that thing really really good.
Mm-hmm. Are you excited for the
Um,
new Steam unannounced headset that they've been teasing, or rumors, or whatever
Dude,
it's been?
I literally never pay attention to Steam leaks because you never. There's no point. You know how many years we heard that like Half-Life 3 was leaking? You know what I mean? Like I don't pay
Ah,
attention
that's
to
a
it anymore.
meme though. That's a meme though. That's not a.
Dude, there's
That's
been like Half-Life 3 leaks, there's been Portal 3 leaks for years, you know. So I don't know. I'm sure they'll do another one, but hopefully they're gonna actually do
I think
it
it's.
when
I
it's
think it's. If I
better.
have to verify, but I think it's more than just a leak.
Oh, is it like one of those things where it's like, oh, they've gotten a panel supplier like for sure, and they've ordered 250,000 panels or something, so it has to be an upgrade type of thing.
No, I think they either. Yeah, I don't know. I can't find it, but yeah, who knows? We'll find out. Find out. I'm sure it'll be soon.
Hey, did you say the Apple Vision's got a higher resolution?
I'm pretty sure, just from what I read right here, Vision Pro
It
has
might.
3391
It
by
also does the
3390.
dynamic. I know people were saying that like the eye tracking is really good on it for the dynamic resolution,
The
so
eye
you can't
tracking is
tell.
super cool. Yeah, that shit's really cool.
is that in
Yeah.
regards to like how your eye only focuses on one thing? So when it tracks, it's like
Yeah,
you're
so
focusing on
it's
one part of the screen.
well, it's
Yeah.
not to specify. It's not increasing pixel density at the point. It kind of pseudo is. It's focusing like compute energy where you're looking. So it's not like you're getting more pixels where you look. It's making sure that area looks good. You know, because like once you go like 10 degrees off your optical axis, stuff starts actually being way fuzzier than you think. Like humans can't really see that well. So yeah, yeah. But still, I mean, it doesn't really change the like. I would like the fact that the resolution is better, but the FOV is below 110. That means the resolution is like a fair bit better. I don't really give a fuck because the goggle effect on 130 is annoying. Like I think I said in chat earlier today that I wouldn't really be. I was expecting above 150, 160 FOV. Like human vision is roughly 180, so I was expecting like almost human. I don't know. I just think it's disappointing. Like from the guys that brought the iPhone, it just seems like such a massive, massive miss. Maybe that's just kind of more to do with the fact that everyone else can compete better these days, but it seems like a pretty big fuck up.
It's also
Yeah.
probably not really for gamers yet, too. Cause
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also
It's
this
just
seems
Apple
like
being
it's
Apple.
it's geared towards like their ecosystem too. Like just in regards to Apple wanting only their audience.
Yeah, I think it's very much
I
like
think that's
easing
fair,
into
and I
like
would have
the
I would have forgiven them on like frame rate, even though that just makes you seasick. It might be a bit better, but you still need the higher FOV. That's not me being like, oh, that's for games. I'm just thinking for using it is so fucking annoying because you're
I
looking at just in front of you. It's so annoying.
I get what
I
you
really hate
mean.
it.
I guess if I don't know if this was actually a sacrifice they made, but if I had to choose between resolution or FOV, I think I'd
yeah,
still
I would do
choose
a
resolution.
resolution. You just
Really?
yeah. I
Yeah.
think you get used to so fast instead of like you're gonna move your head around more than just sitting there and like
The thing
I
I
feel
like-
found with it was you had to move your head more, which sounds small, but every time you move your eyes, okay, point your eyes straight forward and move your head to do anything. It's fucking infuriating. That's
I get what
essentially
you
have
mean.
to do. You know?
I guess, but like if I'm going to use it, especially if I'm working on something, I want the
Oh,
the
no one's going to
quality.
work wearing this thing. There's 0% chance.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
Yeah. Oh,
Even if
fucking okay.
I think that,
yeah.
and there are people working using the
Cool.
Quest. These crazy
That's
people.
like
So
making a chair for somebody that's going to live forever, and the goal is so it never wears out, so you make it out of iron. It's like, okay, cool, you've made a chair for an immortal human being. No one's immortal. That's a dumb question.
Calvin, this is the
Just,
first generation product.
Oh my
Give us
god.
some-
Remember
give us
when
some
the
time.
first generation product from Apple was actually something good?
I don't think this is
Oh, yeah.
bad by any means. I don't think.
Yeah,
I think it's a. Bleh.
the
I
watch
don't
had the
think
same
it's
thing.
bad. No, actually,
Apple
you know
Watch
what?
was the
I
same.
don't think it's. I think Apple Watch is also a huge miss. I don't think it's bad, but it's not an
But-
iPhone.
Okay,
It's also
okay.
kinda
I'm sorry.
groundbreaking in regards to like revolutionizing the entire phone industry. This is kind of
Exactly.
This is them hopping onto the
yeah,
existing train.
This is kind of a different.
That's
This
what
is
I'm
like them
saying.
making
Like if
Max.
what would you if you wanted a
Not Max.
groundbreaking VR headset?
All I would
What
want
would you
them to
expect
do
from it?
is probably make the best headset on the market. That's all they had to do. And they
Oh, that's
didn't
easy.
even
Yeah.
do that.
Okay. Cool. Let's just
They
do
didn't
that.
And there's a
even-
3.5
they
grand.
got
You
out-
get six
they-
grand
let's
VR
just-
headsets. Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
They got beaten out by a headset that costs half as much. That's from some little game company. I don't know, dude. Actually, I would say the MetaQuest is still better.
I would say I do think people are going to try to use it to work, whether or not it's
Yeah.
something that catches on.
Okay,
You know,
I don't
this
think it's
times
Apple's
itself.
fault that no one's going to
I
work
do-
on it. For the record, like I don't
I
think,
think-
it's Apple's fault at all. Like I think they've made a good try. I think the problem is you wear that thing for an hour and a half and you want to fucking kill yourself.
I think
Like when I
Okay.
wear my index for an hour and a half, and I'm like really into a game, I can get through it. Then all of a sudden, like 2 hours, 15 minutes, 2 hours, like 2 to 3 hours, somewhere in there, all of a sudden it's like I'm wearing 5 pounds on my head. My
And
neck
makes you
hurts.
just, like,
It's
gets really
hot
warm.
as
Yeah.
fuck. Yeah, that's like it's not
Yeah,
Apple,
I
it's not
get
Apple's
you.
fault at all. I think it's just like, oh my god, if I had to work in one of those, it would be.
I'm not saying work a full 8-hour shift in it either. I'm just saying like do get work done in
I
it.
guess.
That's the better way to put it.
I think, yeah. Maybe.
Like sitting down and modeling something, doing like a. Because people are doing that with the Quest now, anyways. Like I feel like I could see it, and I would like, and having that resolution will go a long way to getting that kind of work done.
I don't see
But
what
yeah, we'll see.
advantage it holds over just monitors.
Not yeah. I mean,
I could
As
see
soon
the
as
hand
it,
control, like really good hand controllers, being a thing. I could see that
that's
being
where the
That's what they
apps
have.
come
kind of
in,
like
right?
a bigger
So
deal. It's hand tracking, is it, or do they have really nice?
it's hand
Yeah, it's all
tracking.
just with your hands. Like you look there, you just pinch, and it like clicks or whatever.
I
Yeah,
think that could
there's
be
no
the thing that
controllers.
like makes or breaks it. It's just like that's better. That's just so much better to interact. Whether they end up with some sort of controller or not.
Yeah.
Like I would say the best part of the Valve Index isn't the index; it's the controllers. Like it's not close. Like those controllers are so crazy. The fact that they can track individual fingers and stuff, and it
Mm.
feels just so natural. And then you also have something to grab onto, like doing just stuff in the air with nothing. You're not holding anything. There's not really any tactile feedback, which I find is
Right.
can kind of be annoying. But when you have controllers that you're grabbing onto, it's kind of I don't know. I just don't think it's going to be like it. Like you guys said, it's first generation, whatever. Um, I just think we're so far like so far. It's cool to see what Apple has done though in a way that it's like they were going to give it the best shot anyone could,
Mm.
and the fact that it is so like kind of falling short.
The one thing with the headset that I'm like,
Costs a lot of
why
money.
did they do it? Yeah, that
The
like,
eyes.
why do they have the screen on the front where you can see the
Yeah.
person's fucking eyes?
That has to cost like some kind of
Why?
computing.
Okay, here's the thing. Imagine if that was just pure pass through. Pretend. Let's just pretend.
Like
I know
yeah,
it's not.
yeah,
But
yeah.
pretend it like actually was perfectly accurate. I wouldn't hate that. You know what I mean? Like if it was actually
Yeah.
just pure
Yeah.
glass.
Yeah,
But
of course.
it's because it's like this weird like your face retextured on this like it's terrifying. I mean, also like the tech that they're using to rebuild people's faces and calls and whatever is like horrendous and also
that looks
kind of impressive.
pretty cool though for how real time it is and like how it looks. Like I think that looks fairly good.
It's also fucking insane.
Yeah.
I would have just killed the front part, like you're
Yeah,
saying.
I would love to
Also,
see
just
how
black it
much the same exact headset, same specs, everything except for the front screen costs.
And then
Yeah.
also, you get rid of that front screen, you get rid of weight, you increase your battery, you decrease heat, you probably increase heat transfer. There's a lot of reasons not to have that screen. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch of real good reasons not to have that screen. So,
That screen
And, like,
sounds
how
like a
much-
client note.
Exactly.
dude,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
screen is such a like
How do I know you're looking at me? Like I need to know that the person's looking at me.
You have a bunch of engineers, they present, and they're like, you know what this needs? I need to see your eyes.
Yeah.
You could also
It's
do
like-
the exact same thing with a little low resolution LED and have cute little like robot like.
I was just thinking the same thing.
You know what I mean?
Just have like a
That could, like-
caricature. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like a little robot-y like.
And then that's-
LED
And then that's more
eyes.
branding. You have like a whole new way of like. You
Yeah,
have,
exactly.
Like,
I
you,
think
you
it's
get some.
it's more Apple's way to be like, we gotta humanize this technology. That's probably their whole shtick behind having that. Seeing the eyes.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like,
I'm sure,
we
but
see
it's
the
like
human behind the tech using it.
I think again
I
it
get
just
what you're
goes
saying.
to.
Yeah.
It could be.
I think they ran into the technical limitations that we have now. That's due to either screen or lensing or just making it not
Yeah.
$8,000. And then they were like, "This needs to be more because it's not enough." Like the fact that some of the specs are objectively 30% worse than something that came out 4 years ago or more, 5 years ago is crazy. You know what I mean? Like. So they ran into things and they started to have to make sacrifices, I think, and then they're like, this needs something else that's cool.
Mm.
I think the screen's really fucking cool. I think it's total.
I
think
bet
it's gonna. Yeah.
now
it's
that Colton said what he said, I bet they are thinking like 20 years ahead, where like the headsets are going to get smaller and smaller, but then that's going to get better and better. But they were going to like ease people into it, and then they're already working on
yeah.
it. Whereas like when that becomes the thing, like in the next headset's like, oh, I guess we got to do that now. Especially if it
that's
becomes like
interesting,
more
yeah.
and more prevalent in like a workplace where like someone actually comes up to your desk and you got to look at them, but you don't
Yeah.
want to have to take it off every time. You just
I have to look at them.
yeah. Like I'm sure it'll ease into like what Calvin's saying, like like a
Yeah.
closer to like a pass through thing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
how I
I'm
thought.
Sure it'll get better.
Do you guys remember the first trailer? Like, I literally thought it was.
I thought it was path through.
Right?
I
Like,
thought
there
it
was no-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it would be even bad path through, but it would still be like on your face.
Because I was like, how are they
That looks
comping this
fucking
over a
crazy.
bright background?
Yeah,
That was the whole.
yeah.
But
Oh well, maybe people like it. Like, don't get me wrong, I'd be fucking stoked if people loved it. That would be so cool. I would be so happy if people liked it, just for the fact that that would mean more people get into VR. You know,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've
VR is
actually.
fun.
I think people
seen
have
any
been liking
reviews.
it though.
I think people like it for like what it is and what it can do. For like,
Yeah. I think the problem with VR is it needs to be significantly better and cost $200. So I genuinely like. I was thinking about this last
I
night.
mean, that's definitely the case. Yeah.
I know that sounds insane, but it's also like, oof, like when is it? It needs to be as good, if not better, than a monitor and cost less, and then people would
We're getting
slowly
there.
start to switch. Well,
Like,
here's the
honestly-
thing: for it to get the specs good enough, it's probably 1 to 2 generations, and these generations are 10 years apart at this point.
But honestly, like
so
putting
close.
on the Quest, the Quest 3, because I used to have the Quest 1 before, and seeing just the leap between those two, I'm like getting
What's the
excited
difference between-
for.
I guess that's 5 years between the
I don't know
Quest
the
1 and the
details.
Quest 3. Anyways, regardless, we're looking at like 20 to 40 years from now. Like it's so far away.
I'm pretty sure I have you on record saying on Discord 10 years
I know.
ago, Calvin, that it would
I
take.
know. I think I've always said like 2 generation, and now I'm just like, well.
And
I
you know what
think
I'm
when
gonna say?
Hold on. I think I said like 2 generation when the Valve Index come out. There hasn't even been 1 generation, and now I'm just realizing, oh god, it really is like 2 or 3 full generations from now.
I'm going to put my prediction. I'm going to say
years.
15 years. Nice,
Gotcha.
thanks. I'm going to say 15 years because I think there's going to be a big, like, some AI
needs to
related
be-
speed up thing that makes everything super fast, and then everyone's going to use that tech. Somewhere between the next 15 years, someone's going to
From
figure
my
out.
understanding, the 2 problems are the screens and the lenses, which I don't know how AI can really like they need to double how good they are, and they need to like quarter the cost. So they need to make it like 8 times better. You know what I mean? That's a big ask, dude. I don't know.
No, see. I don't know anything. I'm just making a guess. If you want to say 4 years, I say 15. That's what I say.
I think we're gonna retire by the time. I think we're gonna be retiring, and there's
Calvin,
still
you're
gonna be
never going to
people, like,
retire.
essentially.
Calvin, you're never going to retire.
Okay, you guys are gonna be retiring, and I'm gonna still be just desperately working away as a compositor in 50 years. But you guys will. I think there'll still be like the VR adoption going on in 40 years. I don't think. I want it to be a thing, but like.
I think 40 years is when we have literal shades
Yeah.
that just do it. But I
Like
think 15
AR
years.
shades?
Yeah, I think
I'm
15
assuming
years
AR
we get a
shades are
big.
like 10 to 20 to 15 years from now. I'm talking about VR that it has to not weigh much. The battery life has to be kind of irrelevant. It has to be wireless. It has to have like 160 FOV. It has to be running 240 hertz. The resolution needs to be 4 times what it is now. That to me, all of that sounds at least 25.
You know what I think?
30 years away.
I think we should skip it. Skip that whole lens thing, right? This is a big
Oh, that's a
$1
good
idea.
idea. Yeah.
Literal
you know what?
head
Oh,
covering.
you made me so mad. That's
Literal
I will
head
bet
covering.
You so
A whole
much money
dome.
that is what happens. I bet you so much money we get rid of lensing and it does like live eye scanning and it replicates the lensing in the software and the pixel density is so high it doesn't matter. I bet you so
Yeah.
much money that's what happens.
Wait, Khari, you saying like an astronaut helmet, like a
No, I'm
dome?
saying like instead of having your eyes in the lens, you literally are covering the area all the way back
So,
to
like,
here.
There's a
with
whole bunch
a
of reasons
screen.
the lens exists. One of them is like you can't focus on a screen that's 2 inches from your eyes. It doesn't work. Like your eyes can't do that. There's a whole bunch of other things the lenses do as well. But if you could replicate that in software,
Is it
that
like
would be
Geordi
really cool.
LaForge from Star Trek, where it's just like a
What
strip of...
are you talking about?
Yes.
It-
Like
No.
the
He just has
not
like-
not like that, but
Okay.
no, it'd be bigger than that. But
A little bit bigger, but yeah. It clearly reminded me of that. It's hilarious.
You would need the problem is like you'd have to
We are one step
Some
Bio-
closer to being
bio-
Star Trek guys.
bioelectronic contacts.
I mean at that point
that change.
we
lids.
might just be feeding a direct feed into our head.
Oh, I would
Imagine if
never do
that's how
that.
it works.
That's how I'll draw. Honestly, I was telling my brother about this. That's where I draw the line on any new tech. Is I'm never going to
you're
implant.
never getting chipped up.
I'm never going to do
What's
Never
the-
everything.
getting chipped up.
Neuralink, yeah. Didn't they?
No. Okay, I might do a me
chip?
outwards. Well, I guess what's the word
Oh,
from my
sure,
brain
the-
outwards. I might try that. I'm still a
You
little,
don't want to get,
but I don't want
if
to
I
ever
get an
be
ad- if
interfaced
I
to
get
something.
Okay, I want this to go on record. If I get an ad beamed into my fucking brain, I'm gonna blow something up. I'm gonna blow somebody up. You know what I mean? Okay, that's on
Okay.
record. I will commit a terrorist act.
Futurama did
Okay.
like a spoof on that where it's like they got ads beamed into their sleep, so when they were dreaming, they would think.
Oh, it's crazy, dude.
I love that
Could you
idea.
imagine?
I mean,
It's
as long
like
as
that.
Coca-Cola beaming images of very attractive people, you know what? Okay. Like,
Can you imagine that just being the norm? Yeah.
that's the thing.
I guess that would be
I don't-
never nightmares though. So that's
No, no. Okay, no nightmares. They're all about having sex with a hot lady. The
Don't say
downside
that.
is he's covered
There's
in
no way they're
tattoos.
beaming
that says
you porn.
Coca-Cola.
No, Calvin,
No, in the
it's-
middle of the night. Hell yeah.
Everything's blurred out. You just have to pay for the for the blur and the ads to go away.
no.
So that the whole experience you want.
Or everything's censored with Coca-Cola. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's just
Buy
the
Coke, and then you
Coca-Cola.
can see. It's a subscription-based
Oh.
model. You can't.
Yeah.
Oh
say anything
no!
past it.
When you
Even-
gotta reach out to things that are censored, when you squeeze, it just feels like a cold Coca-Cola can. It's like what?
even what you just
Okay.
said, Colton, even if it wasn't ads, but like a subscription service that like you go to sleep and then you
Yeah.
would like watch things, or like what if you could like pay to like have a
Oh my
subscription where it
gosh.
goes in your brain of even like tutorials or something to learn that you just go to sleep but then like you still watch it while you're sleeping kind of thing, or your brain
I mean,
learning.
God,
I mean,
that's
we're-
insane.
To be fair, there's a lot of stuff your brain kind of shuts down and does at night, so it'd probably not work. What I could see being a big breakthrough is if they figure out what that process is, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we can now do that in 20 minutes." You know how insane that would be if they're like, "Oh
That'd
yeah,
be
we
a
can
big deal, yeah.
fully rest you in 20 minutes." That would be
Yeah, that would be big.
That would be
crazy.
But even then, Calvin, if they figured out how to like force lucid dreams in like a controlled way,
Mm.
kind of like what
Yeah,
Cole
no,
was
that'd
saying,
be cool. Yeah.
you could do a lot with that.
Again,
Yeah.
hot
Yeah.
lady Coca-Cola. I'm down.
That's
just-
Calvin has
so, like-
unlimited
like,
dream
would you-
potential. He just wants to watch a woman drink a coke.
Like this is like dystopian, but like think about, oh hey, I have this service that guarantees you a lucid dream every time in a world that's filled with like my ads on billboards and stuff.
Yeah.
But like it's like
Here's the thing: if
You
one
could
person
sell
does
that.
that, there'll be somebody else that does the same thing for $5 a month with no ads.
and yeah, then
I'm
you do
like-
that as
I'm
well.
like, hey, dude, you know what
Then
I mean?
you
So-
up the price to $10 after a couple years. After
Here's
everyone's
the
all
thing: as
locked
long as
in.
it's never forced, I don't think there's anything you can complain about. You know what I mean? Like,
True.
because you can always just be like,
And then after you have 2 million users, you lock them in their dreams forever and
Oh,
hold
God.
them ransom to the rest of the world.
This is the
Yeah.
story. This is pretty
Yeah,
much. This
this
is
is
an anime. This is an anime,
This is
everybody.
cyberpunk
No.
bullshit.
No,
Dream
no, this is an anime.
No, what? No, this is my
Sorry.
original. This is my actual original idea.
Kari wants
actually
to
a-
sort out art online, everybody.
Is that actually the story? Because that's that's
I mean,
my
it's
idea.
close.
This is-
They lock everyone.
Isn't? Aren't
in.
they? They're playing a game, though. That's
Yeah, they
not-
lock everyone in though. That's the idea. No,
I didn't know. I didn't know they locked them in. I thought they just.
No, yeah, they lock like.
And
a
the
million
first
people.
half of the
And if they
season
try and
is
take
really
the
good,
headset off.
and anything after that is garbage. And don't watch
What
it.
should be
I
the
couldn't
end of
get
the first
past the
season
second
is
episode.
good, and then
Yes.
after that, it's a harem anime with lots of. It's okay. There's worse. Anyways,
Speaking
I
of Calvin's
refuse to
watching
talk about
habits,
anime.
you're watching The Crown,
Dude, I'm
aren't you?
watching The Crown. I never thought I would. Okay, there's two reasons why. I'm kind of enjoying the
mad.
fact that you know who everyone is.
What started this though? Like, what was the initial?
Yeah.
I
like,
saw
You said
I saw a
TikToks.
clip. I saw a
TikTok
clip
clips.
on Reddit, and it just looked so good. Like it was just really solid. There was something else.
There's so
I
many
know
other
a fair.
solid
I watch
TV
a fair
shows.
bit of British entertainment, like a lot. Like I would say most of the television I watched in the last like 10 years has been all like kind of UK based.
What's another one?
Except the 100 hours of anime you've consumed in the last week.
No, I haven't. It's only been The Crown, but it's also really really well shot. Like way better shot than I've ever seen. Like it's the most expensive TV show
Ever
of all
seen
time.
UK people shoot things ever?
No, but like I mean, like there's other UK shows that you can tell is shot like kind of UK. There's like a style. I don't know how to say it, but if you watch like Sherlock and you watch a few other shows based in the UK, there's kind of this similar language and this similar color language. But this just looked amazing. There was no like I couldn't tell you who did it, but it's like the most expensive TV show of all time, and it's quite good. And my favorite
It's
part
the
is they're
12th.
all scum.
Why
Sorry,
is it expensive?
It's the 12th most expensive show. Well,
I thought it
according
was.
to
I thought
Variety.
maybe it was some
Nah,
of
it's
the
gotta be one of
episodes.
the Game
Okay,
of Thrones or House of
13
Dragons
million
stuff.
per
Wait,
episode.
wait. Is it because of the talent?
was
Is
that
it visual?
first season, Kate, or is that now? I think at the time it might have been or something. Anyways,
Yeah.
Wait, why?
it's
I'm
it's
curious
pretty
now.
expensive.
Why? What's the? Because like Game of Thrones, I can
Quality.
imagine
It's
with all this
just
stuff.
the
But
cast is insane. That's
Okay.
essentially the
true.
reason. Like the cast is absolutely stacked.
Wait, can I? One question.
It's
Is the
quite a
Crown,
good show.
Is the Crown from like what era does it start? Because I'm seeing
It starts right after the war.
after war. Okay, because this is Queen Elizabeth II, and then here's Elizabeth
Jesus.
Debicki as what's her name?
No, it does not. Wait, hold on.
I'm
What?
looking at season 6 stuff, and Elizabeth
Oh,
Debicki,
I don't
the
know.
actress,
I don't know.
She's playing.
Oh, yeah, that's what's kind of fun with it. It's, the first two seasons are like one
with
group,
Diana.
and then they
She's
kind
playing
of
as Diana, right?
no. What? No,
This is season 6
No.
stuff I'm looking at right now.
I'm not talking about season 6. I'm
No
talking
spoilers.
about the first two seasons.
Yeah.
After the first two seasons, there's like a 15-year jump. So every two
That's-
seasons, they jump 15 years into
That's
the
my
future,
question
and
of,
it's an
like,
all
how-
new.
yeah.
It's a whole new cast, which is really cool. So I mean, it's a bit of a shock. You know what I mean? Because all of a sudden, all of the characters look a little bit different, or like some of them are pretty close. Some of them are like, "Wow, that's nailing it," and then sometimes it's like, "Okay, who the fuck's that?" You know what I mean? But
According
it's
to
good.
the Wikipedia list of most expensive television series cost per episode, it's number 10. But $13
Wait,
million
what's number one?
per episode.
Like,
Take a
Game
Can I
of
guess.
guess? Can I
Thrones.
guess? House
Game
of
of
the Dragon.
Thrones.
House of the Dragon.
Nope.
Game of Thrones.
Oh.
Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
Lord of the Rings of Power by a
Right.
long shot at $58 million per episode.
Oh
Jesus
my
Christ.
god! You didn't
Was it-
think they could do? Oh my god! Give me a tenth of that budget, and I could make the dopest show. If you needed me to set it in Middle Earth, I would. Oh my god, that's so disappointing.
What do you think? What do you think number 2 is?
Game of Thrones.
The Wire.
It's a
Oh, is it like 1 through 8 is different episodes of Ring of Power? Like, is
no,
that
no,
what
no,
it
no,
is?
no. It's a no. It's cost per episode of a show.
Family Guy.
It's something weird.
It's a Netflix show.
Oh, Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. Yeah.
Really? Like a new season,
is.
or just
Oh wow!
the new seasons, or even though first seasons it was like that?
What the fuck?
Surely
does
the
Stranger
first-
Things cost $40 million to
I
make.
know.
How much does it cost?
That sounds like a budget of it
30 million
now.
an episode, apparently.
What the fuck?
Well, I mean, if
Yes.
it's that now, then it's become
Like-
more expensive, right?
Yeah, like surely when it started, it wasn't that high.
No,
Probably,
God,
yeah.
no way.
But then
First
it's
season was
WandaVision is number 3.
okay.
I guess
okay.
as expected.
So
Yeah.
we're into like the
Yeah.
Disney shit.
And then I was kind of surprised that House of the Dragon is like 4 above Game of Thrones at 20 million. an
Makes
episode.
sense.
Okay,
'cause
well, actually,
it's
to
their
be
first
fair,
season, so they want to
it's-
impress everyone. Be like, "Ooh."
yeah,
And all the dragons
House-
too. Yeah.
Also, Game of
Yeah.
Thrones was pretty
It's-
cheap
It's a
for a
lot
while,
more
here.
dragons.
or not
just-
cheap. It was like yeah.
I've just noticed now too. It's House of the Dragon at 20 million. A show called The Pacific, which is a historic miniseries, which I haven't heard of, which is also 20, and then the bottom 6 through 10 are all tied for $15 million at Mandalorian, Sea, Game of Thrones, The Sand.
Oh, okay.
Crown.
Classic.
Anyways,
So Crown
Anyways,
is
the Crown's
tied
good.
for 5th.
it's cool because they're all just scum. There's one of the episodes recently has all been them being like, there was essentially a movement in what is this, the 70s, that was just like, why are we paying them? Like, what's the point of keeping? Because the British government pays them. Like, they pay them. I think at the time it was like $2.5 million a year, right? And it's, in the 70s that was a lot of money. I mean, it's a lot of money now, but that was an obscene amount of money back then. So it was kind of them being like, we're going to do a documentation of like their lives, kind of, and they let cameras into like the royal family to show how normal they were. And of course, they're not normal. You know what I mean? Like, they're fucking insane. And they do and they're like, oh, we do so much work, and it's just like, it's like the Queen signing 6 documents, and then the rest of the time they're just like going from castle to castle.
Buy
And it
me
was
more
like,
corgis.
dude, it was great. These people are so. There's like this undertone this whole time that they think they do so much work. And don't get me wrong, every now and then there was stuff like Queen Margaret, who was the Queen's sister, who died back in like the 80s. She at one point went to the United States and secured like $1 billion bailout at some point. So it's like they do stuff, but it's also like there's a lot of other big countries that don't have royalty that does it. So there's this weird like back and forth. And they were also like going on TV complaining about how little money they're getting paid. Meanwhile, the queen was at the time, I mean, and still recently, was the richest woman in the world. So it's kind of like this weird. Yeah, they're completely.
Who's the
deluded.
richest?
They're also.
Sorry.
It was
Who's
J.K.
richest now?
Rowling, but I think she's given away a lot of her money.
What were you saying, Khari? What was the question?
Taylor
No,
Swift.
it's
I
wait.
think.
Well, Calvin was answering it. Who's the
What was-
richest woman in the world now?
I think it's. Francois Mayers. Who the hell's this? Is this?
Is it that?
Oh, it's some French woman. She's
Some
a French
French
business woman. Jean Pierre. Some French.
some
French,
French.
some French
Some French
billionaire.
bitch. Some French bitch. I don't know. I don't know who any of these people are.
That's
actually.
rude. What do they do? What's the? Is it like?
Oh, like business shit. You know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah, I
nothing
feel you,
interesting.
man. Yeah, nothing interesting. Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't.
Now I'm gonna look this up because I'm curious.
Yeah, just going through the list of 2023 on Forbes.com. It's all people I've never heard of.
I've never heard of any of them.
That's probably how they
Good for
want
them.
rich.
Okay, number 10, source of wealth, mining.
Yeah, it's all stuff like that.
9
Like it's,
is Amazon. 8, back to mining.
Imagine
7,
what's with the mining.
pharmaceuticals. 6,
Oh yeah.
shipping.
I know some people that are rich through mines.
I'm not saying like
7, casinos.
it's just such a random.
All right, Khari, I'll give you $5 if you can guess where
Uh-oh.
the source of wealth of the number 4 richest woman in the world
Give
is.
me one little hint because this is a number.
Okay, it's nothing that we've talked about before. It's 2
Okay.
things that you could buy.
Okay. Porta
I know
potties.
what it is. I'll get you if you can't.
Oh, this is crazy. What
Her
the-
name is Jacqueline Mars, if that helps. It won't help you, but
Is this really all she
Mars.
does? Oh, you know what?
Mars bar.
Okay.
The Mars.
No.
that's close,
Co-
Colton.
If
Whoa!
you've paid attention, if you've paid very close attention to something,
Was it?
Actually, I don't know if Khari.
Calvin, Khari.
Wait, was it?
Khari's-
Was it?
Khari's
Tell me.
guessing here. Just wait.
It's
No, I'm
candy
saying
and pet food.
no, and it's also veterinary services.
Well,
That's
that's
important
probably animals.
because what they do is they go into like a city or a town and they buy up all the local vets at crazy prices, but they buy all of them, so they have a monopoly in an area. Yeah,
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Number
yeah,
3
I've heard about these guys.
is Walmart. Number 2 is Koch Industries, which I don't know what that is.
So sorry. How
think
was that close? Does she
appliances.
own the chocolate company?
Well, I just candy and pets.
Pets.
Dude, the veterinary companies, that thing's huge.
And the
Thing's
number
fucking
1
massive.
is L'Oreal.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, the L'Oreal lady, I think used to own Deluxe. That's funny.
I think you're right. I
think-
remember that
I
being a thing.
Thing.
It was somebody who owned some kind of
It's
beauty
some
company.
huge You know how like things are these days, where it's
Yeah.
like a company owns a company owns a company owns a
Yeah.
company. You know, it's like some super that's in a trust. That's in. Ugh.
I still remember when I think it was in school that we went down the rabbit hole of like what Disney owned, and it was like
Oh God, yeah.
way more. It was just random things. It was like GoPro. It was a bunch of TV networks, which makes kind of sense, but
Well, if you look at, I think the more favorite one is like among groceries. Like if you look at a lot of like foods,
oh yeah,
it's like 3 companies that make kind of all household goods
Yeah.
and foods.
yeah. It's like what
Um,
Nestle owns. Like
Yeah, it's like
everything.
Nestle and 2 others that all make like pretty much
It's
everything
always-
that's in the groceries.
all
I
those
know-
like mind maps always freak me out. Where it's just
There's an
like,
issue here in New Zealand too, where it's like all the there's 3 companies that own every kind of grocery store in all of New Zealand,
Right.
and even like from big to even like small ones that you wouldn't think are owned by the same.
still own them.
It's interesting. They're always complaining about it here on the news, saying our Weetabix is too expensive because of y'all price.
Well, that's been a
fixing
thing
Weetabix.
recently. Is just like that's been a thing. Well, that's the grocery change. I was talking about specifically like the products inside.
No, yeah, I'm saying New Zealand. This is a New Zealand issue.
We have a similar problem in Canada right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the grocery companies are charging ridiculous amounts of money, and they were saying COVID hit them hard. Meanwhile, they're having this, record profits. Everything's getting unbelievably expensive in stores. There's a couple lawsuits. People are going to jail over it, but nothing will change. Anyways,
Yay.
I would recommend The Crown. I know. I'll tell you what. There was a show I wanted to trade. I would watch an episode of Succession. No, I would watch the first season of
What?
Succession. Oh, I gotta remember what
Calvin,
it was. I'm gonna watch
how much?
Succession because
How much
Watch
you like The
Succession.
Crown? I think it will translate a lot to this, where it's not the
Mhm.
queen, but it's like the company that they own. It's not like a little company where like a family has their misfits in. It's like a big thing, like where they own cruise lines, they own like
Right.
amusement parks, like movie chains, entertainment things, news channels.
I know
like
it's good.
big,
I've
big.
seen some episodes, and it's obviously
It's
like quite a good show.
okay.
It's just like,
And
I think
I'm
one
not
of the
shitting on The Crown
sons
either.
who's
I just
kind of a failure. I can't remember which one it is. I fucking hate the actor. Like I hate him.
Kendall. Is it Kendall?
Um,
forget his real name.
Succession Kendall. He's like a
Kendall.
bit of a. Yes, I hate. I think
Kendall,
he does. I think he does a great job. For the record, I hate his face. I think he's
Oh,
a
that's
great
fair.
actor. I don't have anything against him. I think
Yeah.
he's brilliant.
I
He's done a
fucking
good
hate
job.
him.
I
too.
fucking hate some
It's-
of his characters. Just like it's to his credit, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's fair.
I
Yeah, it's
really
so good.
can't stand him. Jeremy
Strong.
Right. What did I see him in? Oh, The Big Short. I hated this grubby
still
little.
haven't
I mean,
seen
he wasn't a bad guy in Big Short. He kind of was on how he has a
Oh.
judge in Molly's game and stuff.
He's also a bad guy in a Guy Ritchie film that he played like the gentleman. He kind of played like a
Was he in The Gentleman?
right.
schemy guy.
Anyways, I think he's great. I just there's some movies I've seen him in where I'm like, yeah, The Big Short, Black Mass, Selma. I mean, who's in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways,
He's definitely a good actor. They're all good actors.
yeah. Something I really like about The Crown though is they're all scum. And I
That's
don't mean that in a bad way.
the
I mean
same
like
thing.
they're all like some of them. No, Cade.
You've said
They're
that
not
a million times.
backstabbing. They're not mean to each other. It's like, oh yeah, this guy's an actual Nazi who caused like the Blitz. You know what I mean? And he's just this like
You don't like Succession.
horrible human beings.
These people
Calvin,
do not
you-
give a shit about anybody.
No, but there's a difference between backstabbing and screws people out of a job.
Okay,
and
are
not
you
finding
guys-
who was
are
fired,
you guys
and
really-
then the guy that was indirectly responsible for the Blitz? You know what I mean? And he
fair,
doesn't.
I'm not-
but they're
I'm not-
all so delusional.
I'm
They
not
all think the
shitting on
average
The
person
Crown.
is
I have not
scum.
seen The Crown. Oh, it's a good show.
Are you guys truly trying to convince each other about whose character?
No, I'm not
favorite
trying to.
character's
No,
the
I'm
worst?
not trying to convince
Oh,
anyone to
what's
watch
you-
The Crown. I don't think any of you guys would like it.
That's not the
I'm
point.
just
I'm saying. I'm saying you guys are like having a competition over who your favorite character is more evil. That's like
Who's
your
the shittiest person? Who-
my
Well,
my-
I think there's another different level of shit when they're. It's something to do with how unaware these people are that they're scum. You know what I mean? Like they think they're fine, or the amount they complain about having such a hard life, and it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
They're just so absolutely wildly delusional. Like one of them complains a lot because she doesn't
I'll
really
watch
do
it.
anything other than party, and is the sister to the queen. And like how petty they are. The fact that the queen is jealous of her sister. Like, what are you talking about? Like, because her sister got good articles about how pretty she is.
Family
and that's
drama.
dude,
Alright,
it's fucking crazy, dude. It's like, oh my god, you arrogant.
It sounds like you're so
disgusting people.
You sound pretty into the show, Colin.
It's a good show.
Just come
It's
back
me
to
one.
I
come
think
back
what,
to reality
I
a
think
little
what
bit.
makes it is it like
Step
is
back.
it makes it quite a good show. Like it's well done. You know what I mean? Like if it wasn't really well done, I think it would be
Does the
kind of
show
insufferable.
come across biased in any way, or is it kind of like it's just telling it
That's a
how
good
it is?
question.
I'm very curious about how it
I
takes
know
the
they
historical
all,
elements of it into account.
it's not perfectly accurate, but it's
Okay.
like, oh, like Prince Philip's a piece of shit. Like you watch it and you're like, oh, these people are all pieces of shit or weak. Like it's gross. Like it's like, and it doesn't like try and that's not me reading into it being kind of a bit of an anti-monarchist, but it's like, oh well, the queen. Okay, there's this awful thing that happened in this.
Wait! Don't spoil because I'm gonna.
None of these
Spoil
are
his-
spoilers. They're all
God.
real
Wait,
events.
sorry.
I
Speaking
believe
of bad
you.
people. Holy shit! Despicable Me 4.
What happened?
They're making a Despicable Me 4. The trailer
Oh,
just
yeah.
dropped.
Oh, really?
I saw
Sorry.
that.
I had a moment. Sorry.
Why did you say bad people?
Because he's a bad guy.
Despicably.
He's a bad guy.
I mean, there's. Is
Uh.
that your group? He's a bad
He's a bad guy.
He's a
I
bad
am
guy.
Groot.
No, he's Groot. He's a bad
Anyway,
guy.
sorry.
That was close enough.
Back to I was just
Anyways,
scrolling through IMDb.
Yeah. I saw that. It'll be fun. Steve Carell does a good job. Anyways, yeah, no, it's good. It's good. There's this event that happens in the late '60s. This is none of this is spoilers because
spoilers?
guess what? It's
Calvin?
all
Don't
real.
tell me what happens to Miss
What-
Princess Diana.
What
Don't
season
tell
are
me.
you on, Calvin?
3.
Oh, I was gonna say watch. You can't watch the next season until you watch one season of Succession. You can go
There
back
was
and
another
forth.
show that I wanted to have you watch that I think you would have gone for. I'll remember.
I will trade you a show if you want me to watch.
Yeah,
the show,
that's
will
what I
watch
was
the
gonna
show.
say,
I'll
and
watch
I
The
think it was
Crown
something
if you want.
like-
I'll watch
Avatar?
I'll probably
No,
like it.
I don't think that you would like the.
I think I would.
Oh, I'll trade Avatar. Hell yeah.
No, you've
You just
Avatar.
have to watch like 10. Kate's face just got so
I'll
mad.
watch, if it's Avatar you want me to watch, you watch Succession, I'll watch Avatar.
Okay.
Okay.
fine, I will watch that. I will watch that as soon as I'm like kind of sick of The Crown, which will be in this weekend.
Wait,
But,
how
yeah.
far did you get into this show? How much
The
did you
Crown?
binge? Yeah.
Oh,
Season
I did
5.
like 2 episodes a day. But an episode is like an hour and a half long.
Yeah.
They're really long.
Whoa.
Yeah,
How,
dude,
how
they're
long
intense.
is how many episodes this season? Is it like
10?
a 10?
10. Yeah, no, it's but it's really good. It's really good. It's very pretty. It makes me want to go to the UK and go venture around in Scotland. It's very pretty.
In Scotland.
Scotland's super pretty, dude. You know, it's all like those like rolling hills and mist everywhere,
Right.
and angry naked men in kilts. You know.
There is
There's the reason.
10 episodes in season 1, and it seems like it's that for every season. So
Kind of
It's a-
standard
it's a
season.
good life.
Does Gru have a wife now?
Yeah,
So
for
we're
a
all on
while.
different
It's the
pages.
second movie, I think.
The second movie?
Carrie's on a different
Yes.
show.
I don't. What happened in the third movie then?
I never watched the third movie, but I was still surprised.
I don't think I've ever seen the second.
I'm
Despicable
very.
Me.
Yeah. I just remember the first one.
Oh, yeah, The Crown is. You should. I feel like you should watch. Even if you only watch like 3 episodes, I think it will give you the example of what I'm talking about. Of how it's like, oh, these people are so like the thing that makes the show good for me is how diluted they are. Like one of the first speeches, she's talking about the working class, and she was like, just because you're average, pitiful, mundane lives, as a speech, and people are just sitting there like, what is this bitch talking about? And she's like, she thinks she's doing a good thing by like addressing the popular and says like, we know you have these mundane, average, pitiful lives, but you look to me as a beacon of hope. And it's like, what are you talking about? Every time they talk about normal people, they're just like, it sounds like they're talking about this shit the dog took on the lawn. Like, it's crazy.
Jeez.
Anyways, that's enough of that show. It's a good show. Yeah, I gotta watch Succession. I think
do.
it'll be good. Yeah, Avatar Succession. Good trade. Good trade.
Let me know when you watch. Or you start watching, and I'll start watching Avatar.
Yeah, I'll start next weekend probably.
Can't wait.
Anyways.
You have to finish
Nice.
it, kid. By the way.
Good.
This is a
If
commitment
Calvin
to
keeps
the
up
end.
with Succession, I'll keep up with
I
that.
think if you get like, yeah. As long as we both finish it.
I mean, unless if I watch it and I really like it, then I'll be hooked. But if not, then Calvin's gonna have to keep up.
It is kind of. Yeah, I still think it's a good show.
You'll
watched
yeah, it gets especially better
Is it on Netflix?
throughout the show. It's on Netflix, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
I don't think there's any huge amounts of duds, and even if there is, it's like a quarter episode or half episode where it's a little slow.
I know for me, because I actually watched it when I was in high school for the first time.
I
So
mean,
you
I
get-
did too, but I watched it out of order.
You watched it out of order, really?
Just because it was like I watched whatever was on TV. You know what I mean? So I wasn't really paying attention to
Was it still on TV when we were in high school?
Yeah, or okay, whatever it was on TV, like doing
I
reruns, you know.
I watched
So I
it
eventually
after. Okay.
watched like all of it. I just never
Yeah.
watched it in order. Anyways, what
Cool.
you're saying then?
No, this is a good show. But yeah, good discussion, guys. We talked about VR.
There's another Lion King being made. Jeez.
Oh my
And,
god.
like another
Yeah,
VFX
live action,
heavy one,
yeah.
live action. Yeah.
'Cause the first one made so much money. Everyone went and see it. Even
Barry
though
Jenkins. What is this guy? Oh, he did Moonlight. Okay. So
Dude, there's no way they couldn't take the budget for that, cut it up into 5 different movies, and make more money. I don't believe them.
Oh, he did direct Beale Street. Beale Street.
You
There's
know what
this
I'm
really
saying?
beautiful song. Sorry, if Beale Street could talk, that's like so pretty. Hold on.
link it.
Anyways, I feel like, well, Colton looks for that. I feel so strongly. I mean, we've talked about this before, but there's no way they couldn't split that budget up into like 5 smaller indie films
It's
and
called
make 5 good films.
a really
Yeah,
good
but
song from that soundtrack.
they would have
Sorry.
to.
It's probably a hard sell.
I'm jumping around from because this is the man Barry Jenkins. He directed Moonlight and If Beale Street Could Talk. That's for the new Jeez Louise Lion King movie. There's this song called "Agape" by Nicholas Britell. Yeah, just
Nicholas Patel. Did you just say Nicholas Patel? Go on.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's this composer for Succession. Continue.
It all comes full circle. Let's go.
There you go.
Like Lion King, guys. Let's go. But yeah, this
Yeah,
is
that was-
one of my
yep.
favorite songs. It's just so pretty.
A
Are you
gate.
sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be 12, guys. Come on.
I already laughed. I'm past it.
Okay, you can be 13. All right, we'll give you that.
Ew, that sounded so pedophile.
I'm talking about immatureness, Calvin.
was
Don't
a
take
good
it
job.
that way.
Ended the
That
show.
sounded so weird. Ooh, you could be 13.
Send the song, Colton.
I found the song. It's pretty good.
It's nice.
That made me so
I
uncomfortable.
don't want to
Within
search a
context,
gate.
Calvin.
I pasted it
just-
for you.
Thank you, Khari.
It's beautiful.
Anyways.
We'll
Maybe
see
something that
how
won't get
the
us copyrighted.
Yeah, we've got
Disney.
copyrighted before. We don't make money anyways.
Anyways,
Printing
but like I
machine
feel like,
goes.
am I crazy? Everyone agrees with me, right? The fact that they could split it up into like 3 different films, like the budget for 3 different films, and make more money.
Yeah, like if
feel like-
if you just got like 5 tiny small like altcoin cryptos and then they all
I
connect,
swear to God,
then
I
totally
was trying to
like
have
why
interest
invest
in-
in like any kind of stock? when
I
you could
should have
just put it
stayed in bed.
5
I should
random.
have stayed in bed and watched
All
the
right,
Crown.
everybody. Thanks for joining our podcast. Say thank you to Calvin for showing up, I guess. Talking about his
Ranting
love
about his
for the crown
crowns and
and
his VR.
his love for royalism and all that.
Yeah,
Monarchy.
how bad they
Monarchy.
are.
Alan's
Yeah.
a
Couldn't think of the
monarch,
word.
A monarchist.
All right.
I was
I'm
gonna say
not.
lover, yeah, but
Down with
Calvin,
the
real
king.
quick before we end, what episode is this?
33.
You're so dumb.